Alrighty, neato. So thus far we made our config, we made our .env. We actually did not finish making our .env. We started our .env, but we still need our database. Okay, and this is where some other stuff we're going to import is going to come in really useful. We'll get there in a moment, and we'll end up heading back to our init.py to update some stuff. But for right now, we need to make our database. So, we're going to go to ElephantSQL.com. Cool. And you're going to log in. If it doesn't want you to log in, or if you haven't made an account, which most of you probably haven't, you're going to go ahead and sign up. I'm going to sign in, but I'm also going to pause the video so you don't see my sign in. Cool. So once you sign in and authenticate your account or whatever, you should end up about here. If not, there's other ways of getting here. But anyways, you're going to create a new instance. Huzzah. We'll have we'll name it Flask Phonebook. That'll be cool. This is hosted on Amazon Web Services, which obviously Amazon is furious because they're not making money off of me. So you can pick whichever one is closest to you. I think Northern California is technically closest to me, although I'm so far north it might be closer to Stockholm. Not quite that far north, but I'm pretty far north. Alright, so you do that. You don't get to configure it unless you pay, as they point out. And we're going to create an instance. So, this is obviously from my practice run. Make sure this all worked right the first time. Flask Phonebook. And here we are. So, DV Lord KF. Anyways, so you have a password. We're not going to be using that one. We don't need that right now. But we do need this URL, right? Because again, we're looking, I know it says URI, but it is a URL. They're similar things. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to put it here instead of none. Okay, we'll put that there. Now I do need to point out this is extremely important. Okay, what we're going to do next. Very tiny detail will throw you off so hard and ruin your whole day. Okay, and ruin the day of everybody who else has to like help fix it for you. Okay, so don't mess this up. But you're going to put QL right there because SQL Alchemy, the program that we're going to be importing in order to help work the database stuff and get that to go, SQL Alchemy will be very upset with us if we do not put that QL in there. It won't work, and it won't tell us that it won't work. That's another one of those ones where it will give you a big headache and take many hours of your life away. And I want more life for all of you. So put the QL in there. All right. There you go. So there's your .env. Great. And from there, we don't actually have to do anything else here. Eventually, we'll see our queries. I didn't want that one. I wanted this one. Right now, there are no tables. Sad day. But soon, SQL Alchemy will end up actually taking care of that stuff for us. It will create the tables. It will add the information. It will automate all of that stuff. It will be lovely. So there's our .env. And now that we have finished our .env, we're going to move on back to the init, and we're going to update this with our config stuff. Woohoo! So let me find that. All right. I need my init. There it is. Got lost. So we're going to, actually in between these two, we're going to say from config, that's the file config, we're going to import config. You might say, why are we doing this twice? Can we just say import config? No, because we're saying from this file, import this class, right? And it will pull all this stuff out. This stuff will happen on its own. But now we've imported that class, and that'll be all good. We've registered the blueprint, and now we're going to configure the app from object, and we'll have config. And that will be happy, and now the configuration will work, and then the database will connect, and the .env should also be now connected. So that will be groovy. So that's a little bit about that. We've created the database and connected the config. We will now move on to our authentication routes, which will be a much bigger bite to chew than our site routes. But more rewarding. We're going to start making code that does stuff. Awesome. See you there.